Okay, we're here with Associate Head Coach Bryan Snyder. Last weekend you guys won over Wyoming. What did you see as positives, and what do you guys need to improve on from that match?
I think our guys, it was good to get your hand raised. We won 7 to 10 matches, so that was good. I think our guys were a little flat. They hadn't weighed in, 1 hour weigh-ins in over a month. Actually, I want to say, yeah, it was over a month, maybe a month and a half. So, just getting back to that routine of, working out before weigh-ins, weighing in, and getting ready to go. But our guys wrestled well. We always expect, high standards from them. But I think, across the board, we won some good positions. I don't think we put enough points on the board in some matches, but we did some good things in each match.
Okay. And you used to be the 157-pounder here at Nebraska, and James Green is at that weight this year, putting together a great season. Where has he improved from last year?
I think his maturity has improved a lot, and that trickles down. His maturity trickles down into all aspects of his wrestling, and his nutrition and his preparation with his rehab, and he's over there stretching right now, which was hard to get James to do as a freshman. So I think he's become more of a complete wrestler, and a lot of it has to do with his maturity. And he's obviously he's improved a lot on top and bottom, and he's dangerous from all three areas now. So James is progressing nicely. I think you've seen glimpses of James wrestle really well this year, and he's trying to put that all together. So that's what you see every time he steps on the mat. Okay.
Saturday night's the Tumble and Rumble here at Devaney.
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about that unique event and its impact on Nebraska athletics?
Well, I think it's good. Anytime we have an opportunity, Nebraska, we're a tight-knit athletic department, as you know, and so anytime we get a chance to do something with another program is exciting. And to get both sets of fans in the newly renovated Devaney is going to be nice. And so I think it'll be exciting. At the NCAA tournament, at Big Tens, you've got other matches going on. There's always some sort of excitement. There's some what could be considered a distraction going on elsewhere. So it's good to get a little chaos going on in the Devaney. But I think it's good. I think it's good for the department. I think it's good to help our guys kind of stay focused on what they have going on. And I think it's good for the fans of Nebraska athletics. Gets to see maybe get a couple crossover fans. Maybe women's gym will get a couple more fans at their next meet from some of the wrestling crew, and vice versa. We're excited. We're looking forward to it. Okay. Just as long as Kokish doesn't try to go on the beam, because I don't know how much balance Kokish got on the beam. It'd be funny to see him up there.
Is there any chance that you're going to pull out a sweater vest for any of these duels this year?
Was that a question from Twitter? That's
no,
just a question from
that's just a question for me.
You know what? I can't do that to Coach Manning, man. That's his that's his trademark. Now that Jim Tressel isn't coaching football anymore, Gus Malzahn in the national championship game had a nice sweater vest on though. I'll do the sweater once in a while, but I don't know if I can pull off the sweater vest just yet.
Okay.
And I don't know if Manning will let me.
And as a coaching staff, now that winter break's dwindling down, how do you guys approach that with workouts and practices as opposed to the school year?
Well, it's mid-season. They don't have school right now, so we're fortunate enough to have some time to get our guys train, multiple times a day, and now it's about staying fresh and keeping these guys really keeping them motivated, but keeping them sharp, keeping them fresh, and make sure that we're taking 1 week at a time. Make sure our guys are ready to compete week in and week out. Obviously, we have an eye on the Big Ten championships in March, but we want to keep our guys fresh. We want to keep our guys firing. We have competitive dual meets every week, so we're tested every week. We got to schedule some time off and make sure our guys are utilizing their time in this room. Because you got to be efficient with your time in the room. Get in, get what you got to do, and then get out.
All right. Thanks a lot, Bryan.
All right. Thanks, Connor.